Hello there. Today is Wednesday, December the 28th, 2016. I'm Chris Padgett, and for the past 2 years, I've had a really unique perspective and honor to lead the professional community of coaches in Kentucky, West Virginia, Southern Ohio, and Southern Indiana. And I'm thrilled to be able to pass the leadership of your community over to my friend Janet Fulton from Southern Indiana. Janet is going to be a remarkable leader. I'm equally as thrilled that in 2018, leadership will transfer to Sandy Hughes in Southern Ohio. I want to invite all of you to support these two leaders and encourage you to be active participants in our community. Before we wrap up 2016, I wanted to take a moment and reflect on where we've been over these past 24 months together as a community. There are really 3 areas that we've focused a lot of our time and attention with intention, and those have been community growth, community competency, and transparency. There's a lot that we could talk about. We could talk about our chapter winning a global award for inspiration and excellence in our operations. We could talk about the mayors of every major city declaring in their city International Coaching Week last year. We could talk about the partnership that we created with Stand Beside Them, which now connects members of our community with pro bono coaching, with returning military veterans, their family members, and caregivers. We could talk about the partnership with the Arbor Day Foundation that we did this past year, which planted a tree in every national forest in Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, and West Virginia, one for every member of our profession, to symbolize the growth that they deliver to their clients in each experience. We talk about all those things, but I want to focus on growth, competency, and transparency. In the past 24 months, our chapter has grown by 100%. We have doubled the number of members. We now have 122 members spread throughout Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, and West Virginia. And at the same time, while this growth has occurred, we've been able to do a lot more for our community. I want to acknowledge each of you who chose to be a member, for taking a stand for professionalism, for taking a stand for being a part of something bigger than yourself, and for taking a stand towards advancing the art and science of professional coaching throughout our geography. We could stop there. That's a pretty remarkable story in and of itself, but let's also focus on competency. Not only have we grown as a chapter, but we've grown more competent. In the past 24 months, the number of credential holders in our community has increased by 300%. What this means is that a member of the public or an organization that is looking for a coach in Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, or West Virginia is going to be much more likely to work with a competent coach than they have ever before. Now, the vast majority of the members of our chapter hold a credential from the International Coach Federation. This is a remarkable feat, and it's one that I want to acknowledge you for achieving. I want to acknowledge you for taking a stand for being a competent coach and for delivering better experiences to your clients. You did this, so bravo to you. And finally, I want to talk about community transparency. This is something that has been very important to me, and it's something that I got a lot of feedback from you on when I first became your president. And that was that you wanted to know more about what was going on with the chapter, what were the choices that were being made by the leadership team. You wanted more information. One of the first acts that the leadership team did 2 years ago was we began publishing all of our meeting minutes on our chapter website so that any member, or any member of the public for that matter, could learn about the choices being made, options under consideration, where we were going as a community. We also started publishing our financial reports on our website so that, again, any member or any person in the public who'd like to know how we're operating, they can do so. We could have stopped there. That was pretty remarkable in and of itself. And it took the courage of our leadership team to be willing to be transparent in how it operates. But a year ago at this time, we took a step back and said, transparency is important not just in Ohio Valley, but it's important globally throughout our profession. So we began advocating to the global board of directors of the International Coach Federation. And I was thrilled this past year when they began publishing the meeting summaries of their global board meetings. Now, any of the 30,000 members around the globe who's interested, they can learn about what choices are being made by the global board. I want to acknowledge the courage of our global board for taking that step. This is a great example of how something that you value and believe in, not just here in Ohio Valley, can also be manifest globally in our profession. So we've grown a lot. We've grown through membership. We've grown more competent. We are definitely more transparent than ever before. And none of this could have been possible without you. So I want to acknowledge you. Thank you for your membership. Thank you for continuing to participate in this community. This is my last message to you as your president. I'm thrilled to be able to pass the leadership on to Janet for 2017 and Sandy for 2018. And I want to wish you the very best. I hope your 2017 is full of good health, prosperity, and some great coaching. Thank you.